Well, we're back here again. I'm fishing here today. As you can see, it is absolutely rammed. But to be honest, there was a few people there. Too many for me. But here we are, Chapel 6 Marshes. Let's get in the sunshine. Chapel 6 Marshes. It is Friday the 5th of July, and we're a 6 metre tide today, 6.2, something like that. Water's out there, I'm letting it come in. I'm not walking out there, I'm fishing high water. And tag along, keep watching, and let's hope you enjoy it. Let's cut for the intro. I'd just like to say, in the last video, I zoomed out. I can't remember what I zoomed out for, but I zoomed out at something to show you. And Tom told me, don't do it. Don't zoom out, I'll do the zoom. But sometimes Tom doesn't zoom. I'll say, zoom in on that, Tom, and he doesn't do it. I zoomed out, and I thought to myself, I'm gonna zoom that back in. We mustn't leave it zoomed out. I've just struck the camera up and reset it, put the dates on and everything as you have to do with a GoPro. And it was still zoomed out, so the last bit of the last video, it might not be very good. I'll have a word with Tom, see if he can cut some of that stuff out. Don't know why I'm telling you this, because if you're watching this, you've already seen it. But yeah, we're at Chapel 6 Marshes. I have got with me today, I'm going to sit down a minute, have a nice drink and relax and have a sandwich. We have got 2 Zziplex rods, so we're fishing Zziplex at 6 Marshes. So we've got, it's not bang you about, we've got the Zziplex 0 Plus in plum, and we've got the trusty Zziplex ZF 250. So there you have it. We are using two Florida oranges with 30.30 main line, 20 pound to 80 pound brake and leader. Yeah, 0.3 mil main line, which I think is about 17 pound. It was a good main line. Trouble is it's white and I can't see it, but yeah, I'm gonna do some practice casting with one rod, and I'm gonna fish one rod to start. But yeah, here we are. Let me give you a quick show round, and then I'll not do it again. So we got some people on the beach there with the dogs in a windbreak, proper seaside, sitting on the seaside, on the seashore. Dog walker down there, and we've had galloping horses. The tide is coming in. As a matter of fact, we've got 2 horses out in the sea, but yeah, I could hear them neighing, but I am not zooming out on them. I said to myself, you must unzoom it, you know, zoom back in, and I didn't, did I? So I do apologise for that. I mean, not last year, Christ, it was even longer than that. 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, probably 2.5. It don't matter, it was a long while ago. I had my camera zoomed out for something like 3 or 4 videos, and I caught some cracking fish, and you didn't get the whole perspective of them because I caught my biggest sound. But there you have it. So we're fishing Zziplexes. We've got the abus because it's nice clean ground out there, you see, so I like using the abus on this coast. I'll probably also use them on Norfolk coast. And leave my fathoms for when I think to myself, so that I'm using my fathoms, but I'll always be using my fathoms and my Kenzakis on the seashore at the Holderness coast, which I still haven't got there yet. I don't know why. It's just things get in the way of life, you know. I'm not rattling on loads before I start fishing, but yeah, life gets in the way, doesn't it? What's gone wrong this week? Well, I've got some updates, but I'm not update. I've learned that. I watched one of the last videos and I thought, Vern, you're saying update too much. But yeah, I've got some updates. That'll key in why I haven't been fishing. And also, it's been like 32 mile an hour winds yesterday, gusting. So it's blowing from the west, which is nice. That's nice and cooling. It's about 20 mile an hour today, they reckon. 20 mile an hour gust, but it's been high winds. There's been a little bit of rain, and it all falls on when I want to go fishing, so I haven't been. Next week I'm hoping to get some sessions in, at least one, maybe two, and then I'm fishing the next week with John again, if fingers crossed, if everything go all right. Yep, sad news about Gus. John phoned me up on Saturday. Well, I phoned John Saturday, and he passed on Sunday. So yeah, it weren't good news. But these things happen, don't they? These things do happen. You got to have them to enjoy them, haven't you? And as long as you enjoy them, and I'm talking about any pet, as long as you enjoy them, when that day comes, as sad as it is, you've had lots of enjoyment, haven't you? And as you know, in the last video you saw me with John, Gus wasn't in it, and neither was Roscoe, because he's got a sore leg, but he's picking up a little bit with the tablets John's given him. And no Luna either, so we don't have any dogs that day. That would have been the last. So the video previous to that is the last one with Gus. So it's the sad thing, isn't it? It's it'll be sadly missed. Yeah, I was there with a bloody camera lens zoomed out. Yeah, so I was going to go fishing last week. I'll talk about that later in a bit. I do enjoy, this year I've made a conscious effort to think you are, because severs are easy just to keep grabbing your go-to rods into it, and they are my Kentucky's. So I've made a conscious decision. It's quite handy really with me fishing low water marks. So you only take one rod out, so I can take one Zziplex out and just mix it about a little bit. I can take different reels. You won't believe reels. I will show you my reels as I use them, but I've bought a few reels. The missus will say a bloody few. I've bought too many, but got them at the right price, apart from possibly one, but it's still worth I'm happy with what I've bought. And the reason for it is, you might laugh at this, is the fact that when I go low water fishing, I take one rod, one reel. I might have a spare in the box, and I just wanted some reels so I could just grab out of the cupboard. And it's always different, because it does get monotonous sometimes. Not that monotonous that you don't do it, but it's just nice to spice things up a bit, isn't it? You know that. It's like that in all walks of life, isn't it? Whether you use lubricant or yogurt, just spices it up, doesn't it? And I've got different reels, so and you will see them. You've seen one already. I've got that in this box now, which was my green 5500 Abu Magalite. I'm pretty certain those reels are all right. I have overhauled them, serviced them, spun them, operated the mags, and they all seem to work okay. If they don't and they blow up, I have got a spare reel, which is now tight, because I thought there was something wrong with it, and I ain't tightened the side plate up, because the side plate was on and off, and then I chucked it in my box. So but yeah, so that's where I'm at the minute. So each time I do a low water mark, you will see a different reel. And I've got another one coming next week. But never mind. It's all a bit of fun, isn't it? I shall save up again now. But yeah, so this is the start of the video. I'm now going to turn this off now. It is an absolutely glorious day. Those rods are fantastic, aren't they? Let me just show you these. I'm not going to bounce this camera around, because I've noticed I'm walking with my limp. It's all over the place, isn't it? So Abu 6500s. Plum ZF 250 and a Plum 0 Plus. Shall see you when I fire these out. Won't be long because look, the water's coming in. And if you see here, I've walked to where I normally go to the right where those people are, literally there, but I would be encroaching in on their space. So I've come this side to keep out of their way. They've got 4 dogs, they're enjoying themselves. So I've come from here where this grey thing is. That's the gap in the dunes. Set up here to the left, and the reason being, you can see we've got a bit of a, not a sand spit, it's the beach. It's the flat part of the beach. And then here we've got a gully coming in here. A gully here is like a mouth, it's like an estuary. So the water's going to come in there, fill up, and then I'm going to fish one out far and one short. And then we've got another sandy spit there. But this built up really high when they had the outfall pipe from when they were pumping sand onto this beach, and all this built up. It's now returning back to how it was. So I shall bring you back when I cast out, and I'm now going to have a sandwich and some water because it is warm. It's bloody lovely. So I'll see you in a bit. Ta-ra. Boo! As you can see, this beach is filling up. We've got people that got deck chairs and then they're playing football together. But it ain't gonna affect me. I'm not gonna let it bother me. So let's get this out to sea. And well, out to sea. I ain't bothered how far it go. I ain't going down there, put it that way. Gonna cast up there. That went dead straight. Oh, hang on. That went dead straight, and it went miles. Well, went miles for me. That was a bloody good cut. Now, you might think there ain't much line gone off this, but it's only 0.3mm line. Yeah, 0.3mm line. It's amazing. When I used to have, I've said this before, but I'm gonna say it again. When you have 0.35mm line on, which I use Ruvex times 10, that's £19 breaking strain. When you cast it, good cast for me, I can get it past the gold band. Furthest cast I've done with a plain bomb is 160, something like that. It might be 17. No, was it 160? I can't remember. It's in my videos. It's in my videos. With a plain bomb, and that's when I had a good hip, and you'd hit the odd good and then it would fly. Well, that flew. When I hit the water, it was like a minuscule little dot. That went out a long way. I'm miles back from the water's edge as well. So I've like lost 20 meters. So yeah, it was a good cast. That was a pulley pennel clip down on a breakaway imp. Best bait release system in the world. You can cast them off the ground as well. Just got to be like me, bloody clever. And yeah, that reel's fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. The blue cricket grip rubber is not as stretchy as the black one. I'll give you that as a little tip for you. Must be thicker, I don't know, but it worked fine. So I've been swinging a rod round doing a pendulum, and I'm just swinging it in, out, scoop till it hit the sand to the side, and just getting used to that. I'm coming here again tomorrow and I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm chuffed with that cast. I can't believe it. That'd probably be the only straight one to do today, but it was a good cast. Yeah, let's put you on the rods. I've noticed that I ain't been putting you on the rods ever, Gordon. And to have a harmonious life, a happy Gordon is a happy life. So there you have it. We've got the 0 Plus out at the minute. Absolutely beautiful rod to cast. I have got a possibility of getting an F0, but it's becoming hard work now because I phoned the bloke up and then I don't air anything. So I shall give him another ring next week and say what's happening. We shall see. But old Tony Tackle, he's a busy man, obviously, isn't he? So I'll give him another ring next week and say, are you finding that about this F0 or what? But that all depends. All depends. I want to get a new camera, but I've just bought a load of reels and I now need to save my money up again, so. I've got time yet. So, as long as I've got it before winter, that's all that matters. And then I've got this GoPro 8 here as a good spare, haven't I, if anything ever goes wrong. Now, I don't know that I'm going to catch much today because it's daylight. It seems to be the thing that the fish are coming out at night time. But I've had that long a winter. I hate winters now. That I'm fed up fishing at night time. You got to bring your lights, you got to do this, do that, do the other. But yeah, always more profitable to fish at night time here. Anywhere on this coast really, I think. I'll have to get one in. I shall have to have a word with Keith Coddy boy and get him to come along or something. But I want to fish, well, do I fish low water or high water? We'll have to wait and see, won't we? She'll have to wait and see. Anyway, I was chuffed with that cast. That went dead straight. I don't know what the punch pull was like. I actually thought punch pull, punch pull, punch pull. And I also forgot to twist my body and then punch pull. Now I can see some bits sticking up over there. I don't know what it is. I hope it isn't weed. But in there's a whole segment of stuff. I don't know whether it's foam or whether it's weed or what. But remember, I'm in that mouth of the estuary here. We've got a depression in the sand, haven't we? So hopefully I'm going to have a few more casts with the ZF250. And by cast, I mean I'm just swinging. I'm just doing the initial part of the cast. So I'm going to do that. Oh, don't bring your chair down there, boy, and your football. Yeah, they are. Great. I don't want to sound as though I'm ungrateful, and I don't want to sound as though, what's the word? I'm selfish. But I just wish people would not come around me. I think I'm going to start shitting myself and daubing myself in it to make sure that I stink that bad. People don't come within the vicinity of me. And then I'll set a shower up in the back of my van to have a shower, because I really don't want it. I'm pretty far enough away though. I'm just so used to fishing. I'm just so used to fishing on a beach for the last few years on my own, you know. It has been a case of that's what I've gotten used to, and I like it. I would be absolutely useless going down the south, having to fish off them busy beaches. I don't even like pair fishing, to be honest. I'll fish Galston pair because it's something I used to do as a boy, but I don't even like fishing off pairs because a pair always gets people, doesn't it? I don't think you can beat, for me, I don't think you can actually beat rocking up somewhere, setting your gear up and just being on your own and fishing. It's nothing better. I mean, they got a football next to me. He don't even resemble Ronaldo. Whatever happened to badminton and badminton rackets, eh? Can't hit them very far, can you? You know, that's like a thing to play on the beach, isn't it? Badminton. Well, that water's come in. I'm going to go down there now and get a bucket of water. So... well, they've got a frisbee now. Hopefully they won't chuck it much, but I can see it coming down there and hitting me. So, calm Vern, that's what it is, calm Vern now. Right, we've got a bucket of water. We've got one rod out. Gonna have a few more swings with my other rod, and then I shall go over there, cast it out of a flat. Well, I'll go down there and cast it with a flatber. Because I'm only going to chuck it short, because every time I come here I'm firing it out, and every time I catch I chuck it 30 yards and I get a fish, don't I? So I'm learning. I'm just hoping that's in frame. Yeah, so what I was saying was, I don't know where I got with it. If I've done it, I'm sorry. But yeah, 0.35 line and 0.3mm line. It's a vast difference when you cast to how much leaves the spill. Same amount of line leaves the spill, maybe more leaves the 0.3mm line. But what I'm saying is, you can tell the difference between the line on the spill. You might be casting the same distance, but the spill don't go down as far, but a long way. Now I've got 5-ounce weights on today. I like casting 5-ounce. The other issue I've got is, I've never fished with 0+, so it's getting used to what the rod's telling me it's doing. At the minute it's going up and down a little bit, and I don't know whether it's tide or what. I don't know whether it's telling me it's got crabs on it, whether I've got a fish on it. I haven't seen a bite. Is the tide pulling it down? I only went and casted that out with the magnets off. What's all that about? I could hear the reels spinning, sounding different to normal. It might have been because I'm using an Abu and I'm not used to them, even though I've been fishing them the last few sessions, or whether it's the case that I didn't have the magnets on properly. Well, I've had a few more chucks about. Nothing major. I'm just swinging it from in to out, dipping it, bringing it back, doing all the stuff that you have to do. There's no point swinging a weight and casting it if you can't control it. So that's what I've been doing. Got on okay. Yeah, I had got to the point where I could do all that, and it was the last bit, but I'm having to start again. Lost the field. So it's got all horses on it, so I've got to try and find another field, but I just don't know where to go. Always seem to let go when I do a red thump. Always seem to let go too late. I don't know why, but it don't matter. I want a fish where you saw at the beginning, in between those two bits of sand where the water's deeper. So we shall give it a whirl. We shall give it a whirl with a food cast short in, and then I shall put another pulley pennel on that one. Yeah, I'll put another pulley pennel on it. So I've got, if you have not watched this channel before, my videos tend to be a bit long. I don't know why, just what I film, and what I film, that's my fishing session. That's what my videos are. So if you can't watch it all in one lump, break it down into 3 or 4 lumps. Have a bit of cake and coffee, it's all good in it. I do rant, I do rattle on, I do repeat myself, I am annoying. I'm just a normal bloke really. But if you like this video, give us a click, give us a subscribe, it's all free. Drop us a comment, give us a thumbs up, it helps the algorithm. If you did that for me, I'd be really appreciative. It would make me happy. Yeah, it would. I'd be as happy as I am now, absolutely ecstatic. Now my rods, my go-to rods, like I say, are my Kenzacki's. Those that you watch my videos know that. I've got 2 pairs of icons as well. I've got the carbon and the glass tip icons. They're 2 different varieties, Mark 2s and Mark 3s. It's easy just to say that. But I have got numerous Zziplex rods, and I do enjoy using them. I don't get them for the sake of just getting them. The same as my Abu reels. I think I might have a fish on that 0+. I might have to reel that in a minute, I'll watch it. But yeah, I do like bringing my Zziplex rods out and using them because they deserve to be used. They're cracking rods, they might be a little bit heavy. The ZF250 on the left is quite light. I haven't weighed it yet, I will do. But 0+, that's a bit heavier. I've finally got my stickers. The chap I got my stickers off, he is always busy, and I finally phoned him up at his works in the end instead of on Messenger, and contacted him. Had a great every time I speak to him I have a good conversation, but then we sorted out payment and I got my stickers. I've got 4 Zziplex stickers. I've got 2 ZF 250 stickers coming, so I can do the rod that the sticker I damaged on the rod that I show you in a video bit back. This is Mo filling it off Charlie. So I've got that rod to do. I'm going to tart the top up with a bit of Bonder Seal and do the bottom. Put the sticker on, Bonder Seal it, put the sticker on, then high build over it. And then this one that I'm using now, I shall then start doing that up. When I got the other one to use, I'll then do this one up. That's the plan. I've got to make another rod bag yet as well. But that's the plan, that's what I'm doing. I've also got 2 stickers for my 2 500 LMs. I've stripped one of them down. I've just got to buy the eyes now. So I might buy them eyes this week off Guides and Blanks, and then once I've got the eyes, I shall strip the old sticker off, strip the rod down a little bit further, and then colour it and start doing that. But I'm going to do the ZF 250 first, so that I've got that done, so I can then do this one, because it'll be a lot quicker for me to strip 2 or 3 rods down at the same time and then do them. Because again, if you're doing 1 rod over a period of time, it gets boring. If I'm doing 3 rods over a period of time, I don't think it'll take any longer and I'll be able to get them done. Took my painkillers. I actually took them on time. So I've took some Kilcodamols that Keith give me, some 30 by 500s. I'm loving using these rods, they're absolutely fantastic. I really am enjoying myself. And that's what it's all about for me. I have to enjoy what I'm doing. I shall show you all my reels as I fish with them, but I'm also going to do a video. I might even do a live, I don't know. I shouldn't say that really, because Andrew's going to plague me now to do a live, but I might do. I'm doing some videos as well. I'm filming my fishing rods, doing them up. It is basic. I don't do any fancy whippings, but I do show you how to do it in my way to the best of my ability. I haven't got a rod whipper or anything like that. I'm no Di Llewellyn, put it that way. I'm just old Vern who can whip some eyes on, make the rod nice and smooth and shiny, the right colour, and it's a good fishing rod. These whippings that you see on my left hand rod, all these different fades and stuff, I ain't got the patience to do that. It's, if you got a proper machine, I suppose I could do it, I suppose, if I wanted to, on one eye and then do all the rest plain. But I just ain't got the patience to do it. I like an old-fashioned rod with maybe a little bit of under whipping on 1 or 2 eyes, and then a trim band and just the eye whipped on, and that's it. All I want a fishing rod to be is to have the correct sticker on, look nice, the eyes are all in line, and you can use it straight away, you know. That's, if I've got that, I'm happy. I'm not a demanding chap. Not in life, in work, or anything really. I might have a fish on that, you know. But I'm going to sit here and have a drink. I'm going to put you away for a minute. Check the battery. What's the battery on? Getting low. But yeah, how many reels? I'll tell you what, how many reels have I bought? I'll tell you how many reels I've bought. I've bought 5. Now there's method in that. I bought 5. It's just that I just said to John, he said, why'd you buy so many? I said, well, they just come up on eBay, and it's not like they're brand new reels. They're in very good condition, But if they were all new reels and they were in the tackle shop, you could go at any time, couldn't you, and buy them. But you've only got so many days, and then they're either relisted or they're gone. So you have to make your mind up, and if they all come up and you're looking at buying some reels, then I'm afraid you just got to buy them, ain't you? And just hopefully be able to do it, which I can. I don't spend all my money on this, that and the other, apart from diesel. The cost of that's terrible still. But we're all right now. We've got flip-flop saviour in power, haven't we? So everything's going to be fine. But no, yeah, so I bought 5, and they're all for low water fishing. I've got 2 that I could use at high water. I can use them all at high water. I've just bought particular reels to use for particular tides on particular coasts. I wouldn't want to use an Abu, even though you probably could, even though you can, on the Holderness coast. It's not a problem, but you just got to pump and wind, whereas with a Pen Fathom you just pump, you just wind, sorry. It's just to keep things fresh for me. If I turn up there on the beach, I've got a rod that I like, and I pull it out of the bag, I've made the bag, I've done the rod up, and then I put a reel on that I really like, then you're starting off the session in a good way, aren't you? If it's been a terrible drive here to the mark, then at least you then start, and once you're on the beach and you had to sit down and drink, at least then when you start fishing, you get your gear out, you look at it and you think, oh, I'm happy. So you look forward to using it, and that's me. I'm not a specimen fisherman. I don't want to catch the biggest fish and hunt them all the time, because you have a lot of blanks. I just want to come here and be in this environment. That's what I enjoy, being in this environment. And if you catch a fish, it's a fantastic bonus. So that's me, and I like to have some gear that I like to look at, and not a tackle tart. If I drop it in the sand, I drop it in the sand. If the rod falls over and gets chipped, I'll repair it. If I don't repair it, it'll get done in a year, 2 years time, you know. Do I wash my rods down? Yeah, of course I do. Do I rinse my reels? Of course I do. Do I let them dry before I put them in the bag? Yes, you must do. I'm not one of these that just gets the reel and takes it off there and chucks it in the box and leave it. And same with the rods, because they cost money, don't they? I was brought up to look after your stuff. Some people aren't, are they? Some people aren't bothered. Some people can, once that rod's knackered, they can just go buy another one because they ain't bothered, because all they want to do is catch fish. You see, there's 2 sorts of, there's a few fishermen, but the 2 that I'm going to mention now is a fisherman like me that comes there enjoying this environment here, and you maybe catch a fish and enjoy using your gear, and then you get a fisherman that just wants to catch big fish or catch lots of fish. And you get that with viewers in YouTube. Some viewers just want to see you catch fish, other people want to hear me rattle on. Anyhow, I'm gonna have a mouthful of water, now I'm gonna reel that right end rod in, so I'll see you in a bit. Alright, let's get this reeled in, shall we? heavy, it's either got weed on it or a fish. Two on one hook. Dogfish. Well, we got two on there. We got a little baby one. I'll show you them both individually, but we got two on there in the bucket. Two dogfish, tiny little pup, little baby one and a normal one. So I'll get them unhooked and I'll bring you back for a show. See you in a bit. Well, we caught two dogfish, so I'm going to get them out. I've unhooked them. One was caught on the bottom hook and the other was caught on the pennel. You know them sharp hooks that hook my jumpers, my bait bag, go in my thumb and everything else? They now caught me a fish. There you have it. Beautiful eyes. Is his eyes open? Yeah. One little dogfish, female. Let's get her chucked back. This is the one that I like. Look at that. Little booty, innit? He's going to curl up in a ball. That I'm shy. One little dogfish. I think they're called catfish as well, aren't they? I don't know. I don't really talk about it. But yeah, one little dogfish. People always ring when I'm busy fishing, don't they? So let's get that back. Right, well, oh, I ain't got to put that on. Let me just put you here. Oh dear. I'm not organised, am I? Gloves over there. Cock-a-doodle-doo. I have got a little bit of weed on it. Spun up then. I've now got a bird. I've just given myself a bloody bird's nest, haven't I? Shit now. Tiny bit of weed around there. I nearly, that's it, it's off now. I was more concerned about the fish and I just wound it on. You put your foot down and the sand, as you push off, the sand goes away, doesn't it? Well, they're gone now, so I think what I'll do is I'll cast in the same place as what I did before. I'm not saying that there's fish only in that spot, but right. Is it recording? Yeah. That went slightly to the left, but it don't matter. I tell you what, beautiful reels, but the green magalites had a sorry, I'll get there in a minute, I promise you. The green magalites and the Florida oranges were of the same era, and they never had a clicker on it, so I just released the drag on there a little bit too much, and the reel was under pressure and it span off and went into a bird's nest, so I had to pull it off. not, you know, it's just tangled up. And pull it off and then reel it back on. You have to be careful, but it's just getting used to them, isn't it? The green Magalite that I've got in my box, the one that I used in the last video, that's got a clicker on it. And they're far better with a clicker on, but that was, that reel did have a line lay on it, which I removed. But I have kept the cage, it's immaculate. So if I ever sell that reel, I shall put it, I'll sell it as it is with the aluminium AKS cage on, and sell the cage with it, because then I'll just bump the money up, because it's, you've then got the option, then you can use it as a bait caster reel with a level line on, or you can just use it with the normal beach casting cage on it, you know. They call them CT cages and CS, I think. I've got AKS sportscast cages on mine. Excuse me, 2 dogfish. So yeah, I've shown you them, haven't I? You've seen them dangling, showing you them. I've put them back. Yeah, and there's none on the beach, so there's no need to call out the RNLI, is there? Yeah, we've got another hater. We've got another hater. Well, dickhead commenter, if there's such a word as commenter. There is in my world, so there you go. Apparently, when I released that bass, and you can ask Keith Cod what I'm like, I'll sit here on my box at the end of the day, with everything packed up, watching and waiting just to check. That's the way I am. It's not a problem, that's just the way I am, and that's what I do. I get far more pleasure putting the fish back than killing them. If the fish dies, then I ain't gonna chuck it back. If it's in size, I'm gonna eat it. And that's the way it is. But yeah, I've never known the RNLI come out for a fish stranded. They come out for people stranded in inflatable boats, little kids. They come out for surfboarders that are stranded, boats that have crashed or not working, lost all power, don't they? And they even do a free shuttle service as well. Not knowing them get a fish. So, you know, I'll tell you what we'll do. I did it last week. Hopefully Tom left it in. Let's do an update on the channel. No, we won't, because I ain't got a signal. Oh yeah, I have. I've got a signal. Right, so in the last 28 days... Oh, that's good. That's better than yesterday anyhow. Bloody, I don't know what happened there. Thank you very much for subscribing. Right, so we're on 5,146 subscribers. And I'm plus 21 subscribers. Yesterday I was plus 15. I've still got the down arrow, as in my subscribers aren't, that people aren't subscribing like they normally do. So I'm down on what I was on. But yeah, I've got a seagull walking down there, black-headed gull. Before people say there isn't such thing as a seagull, there is, I can hear them. But yeah, there's a black-headed gull down there, and there's a dog. So I'm going to walk down this beach in a minute and just check round that corner there, because there's a little bit of a thing. Fuck off, flies. So yeah, that's update on the channel. Doing well, isn't it? Yesterday I think I was on 140. Yeah, I picked up 6 subscribers since yesterday. I mean, that's amazing. Sometimes I can put a video out and the next video goes up and I've either lost a subscriber or I've got one. So yeah, that's brilliant. Since yesterday I was plus 15 subscribers, now I'm plus 21, so I'm on 5,146. I'm chuffed with that. See, day's getting better already, isn't it? I'm using beautiful rods, I've got fantastic reels, caught 2 dogfish, it didn't been a blank, and I've caught them early. You ain't had to wait until the last cast. Mind you, you'll probably see the last cast and I won't catch any more, will I? Look at me, I'm rabbiting on now because I'm happy because I've looked at my subscribers and that. So yeah, update on the channel. We ain't gonna do loads of updates, but there you go. See you in a bit. I shall probably cast it out again with the flapper on again. Might have something on this. Saw it knocking up and down, but nothing major. Heavy. Calm down. We're caught again. I kept seeing the rod moving and I thought to myself, it can't be. But it is. I can catch these all day. Right in the corner of the mouth. Easier to get pliers at times. Said it was heavy, didn't I? There you have it. Very strong fish, but yeah, what a beautiful fish that is. And I'm right chuffed, that's 3 dogfish now. The match on tomorrow, I bet you they'd love to catch these. No, go in the water, there you go. 3 dogfish. Now, I ain't doing too bad, am I? Look at him, he's got his head out, look. He's thinking, bloody, I'm gonna catch some rays. I'm going to catch some rays. That's what I'm going to do. Right. Sorry about all that twisting. Right, go on, little fella. Last show to camera. There you have it. 1 dogfish. Playing ball as well. I think he'll have gone out because I chucked him 6 foot, 7 foot. And he then surfed along the water's edge. I'll keep checking this shoreline, make sure there ain't none, but don't come back on the beach, but there's none there. Dogfish are sods for beaching themselves after being caught. I think they get disorientated. But yeah, no, that's good, isn't it? And that was on a flapper rig. Got to do it again, ain't I? Got to do it again. and then I'm going to have a sit down. Well, you're not going to get used to this, are you? Vern catching this many fish in one session at the beginning. Well, that might not be the beginning with my rattling on, but well, we've baited the flatter rig up again. Let's get this cast today. When I put this reel on this rod, I thought that ain't going on as far as the other one. Then I realised about 2 minutes ago, this has got the fixed spool reel seat on for the bigger reels. I'm chuffed with that. I really am chuffed. I could feel, when I was reeling it in, I could feel it swimming about. And I thought, I've got a fish on there. Didn't want to shout about it. But I did say it was heavy, and then it went light. And then I saw it swimming in the top of the water, literally 5 yards out. And I thought, I think I've got an hound, but I didn't. It was a dogfish. But I'm happy with that. It was caught in the gizzard, right in the corner of its mouth. Bait holder hooks, size 1 I think, or 2 bait holder hooks. Little slivers, squid on it. No fish on the shoreline, so all 3 dogfish have gone back, so that's good. I put you there, that's better, because then I've got the sunlight on me, haven't I? You can see my chiseled looks. I've had a little bit of a shave before I come. What I call a shave anyhow. I've got some clippers and I put it on micro cut and cut my beard and had a shower. So yeah, I am quite respectably clean. So if Kylie Minogue's about anywhere in this area today, 5th of July, Vern is there, clean body, ready to go. So yeah, look at me smiling as if that's going to happen. If it did, I wouldn't know what to do anyhow. I'd be like, oh, can I have your autograph? And whilst I'm talking about that, my Kylie Minogue, she's still at work, I think, because she hadn't phoned me. But then I'm still on emergency signal. Yeah, e-signal. You'll be on emergency signal all the time, and then you'll get 5G all of a sudden. You think, how's that happen? I need to put my box over there, really, so that I can see the side of my rods. The rod with that dogfish that I just pulled in was doing the same thing, just going up and down just like that. And I just thought it was tied. So I had another rest of my sandwich, finished my water off. Time is 5:10, and high water is at 6:53, I think. My Zero Plus rod just went then. There's a match on tomorrow. John's in it. Yeah, I've got a fish on the right hand rod. Shall I do what others do? Shall I go up to it and watch it and put the camera on it and then go to grab the rod in like ninja fashion? Now if you want to see someone grab a rod in ninja fashion, you can't beat bloody Somerset Beach Fishing Tony. He's like a bloody raptor. He like grabs that rod and poof, he's on it. It's as though he's still 20. I don't know where he gets energy from. Right, I'm going to watch this. I think that's just tapped. It's either having a look at it or it's on it. I shall watch this. I might move my box over there Next time you see me, you'll see what I've done. See you in a bit. Well, just done a crab bait. And it weren't a peeler. It's a flipping hardback, weren't it? Well, I thought these were all peelers because everyone I've had up to now has been a peeler. Perhaps I've got a rogue one in, but I'll check the other one out. But they're what I bought in Devon. But once you rip the top off, it's just goo inside. It's a waste of time. Well, it feels heavy, but it might be the prongs in the sand. Got some weed on it. Oh, we got a fish, we got a fish. Get it out. Thought I had a little bite. Got weed on it. A little tiny dogfish. I could see I had some on, but... Right, let's sort my line out. Got to be careful. You just got to be careful with your line. Nearly pulled my line out of my rod. Now we'll get this unhooked. He's munched on that. Well, this is dogfish number 4, isn't it? If you can call it a dogfish, but it is a dogfish. Oh, he's got a little pink tongue. Isn't he beautiful? Right, let's get him back. That one came back in with the top with the wave. I bet there'll be some hounds there tonight. I wonder what trials and tribulations that little dogfish has gone through in his life and how old he is being that size. He must be a couple of years, if not a bit older. I don't know how fast they grow. But you think what he's been through. And then he gets yanked on a hook and yanked out of the water. But yeah, he's gone back. He's not on the shoreline anyhow. I shall keep my beady eye open. I'm going to get this baited up. We've got that crab. I'm going to try it. It's not going to be very good. It's mainly crab body and lung, but it's hard back, so I'm going to chuck it out there, see what happens, and yeah, bring on the next dogfish, or maybe a hound or a bass. I remembered when I was coming here, I was remembering when I came here to when I start my cast, turn my body to load the rod up and then pull punch. Be interesting to see what happened in that cast. I expect I come over the top as I always do. You know. But it went to the left, the second one that's gone to the left. I haven't gone to the left for ages. But then I haven't started unrotating my body, so. A lot more stable on my feet though. I felt a lot better and I didn't get no pain in my hip. So, thank you, Paul. And I know Alan's already told me, but because we're so far apart and Alan's been busy, hope you're feeling well, Alan. Hope you're getting better soon, and I hope it all works out from the operation you've had yesterday. But yeah, Alan's already told me, feet apart, where to point them, wide enough. But as you carry on fishing and stuff, bad habits slip in, don't they? And long way away from my casting coach, but it's just the way it is. But Paul, the other week, told me, open your legs up. And you can't beat opening your legs up, can you? And I'm a lot stabler on the bottom. The next cast I do, I'm gonna put a squid on that, or the rest of that crab. And what I'll do is I'll think about it a bit more. Because if I'm not, which I aren't, if I'm not twisted up or not, which I'm not, let's be honest, I've got a bad hip, haven't I? I could be over rotating my body, and then when I hit it or come over the top, I'm going to the left, aren't I? It's probably all it is. I probably just need to either set it, we'll try it. What we'll do is we'll put the weight further back next time. I'll move the camera further away. I'll put the weight further to the side so that I can twist my body and then pull punch. That's what I'm going to do next cast. And then if that goes wrong, I'm just going to put it down. I'm not going to rotate my body, and I'm just going to pull punch it. It's all good fun, isn't it? Got a bloody bite on that already, look. Dog's in the water. Don't even know where the owner is. Dog's happy. He's saturated. Here come the owner. 2 miles an hour. Let me take some slack up on that line there. Rod just go then. I think I've got a fish on that rod. Let me have a mouthful of water. These fish are that thick and fast, I'm not gonna pre-bait a rig up because that just gives me a break in between. I have got a bite on both rods, I think. Right, let's get this one in. Nothing on it. Right, I'll put some more bait on this and then I'll bring you back. Right, let's get this truck down. Just out short. Right. Well, I'll keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on the other one. Let's take the slack up again. Right, well, I'm going to put a new battery in this. Yeah, it's been alright. There's a few flies and spiders about, but it'll be right. So yeah, I'm going to put a new battery on this. It's been a lovely afternoon, absolutely fantastic. 30 odd mile an hour winds yesterday, and now the wind's totally gone. But I can't check the weather because I ain't got a signal. So I'm gonna get another battery out, change this battery, put a spare one in my pocket, and then that should see me out. I want to try and do a shorter video if I can. All my videos are over an hour, you know. It's weird really, because my average viewing out time is 33 minutes, I think, something like that. So really I should only make a video for that length of time, maybe a bit longer. I would say a lot of people go on my videos and they just fast forward until they see a fish. But then you've got people that don't watch them because they don't catch fish, and you've got people that watch them because I rabbit on. You know, in my videos, there's something for everyone. And if you can watch these videos and get something out of them, then that's good by me, because I've done something to help whoever out there. If people are out there that can't get out, and soon there'll be a lot more people that can't get out, let's be honest, because now we've got flip-flopping power. Yeah, 2030 is looming, and then price of cars will go up, vans will go up, fuel will go up. I can't see them selling electric cars by then. Shed loads, you know. People can't afford them, can they? They just don't want you to go anywhere. They don't want you to have a life, that's it. But time will tell. We will have to see, won't we? Give him the benefit of the doubt. He might be an absolute diamond geezer, mightn't he? But I doubt it. Oh, I've got a rod movement there. Rod movement, rod movement. Stop now, look. I think if it was dark, if I was fishing at night, I think there might be a few hounds about. There's good colour in that water. Yeah, I've got something going at that, haven't I? It's either fishing past, swimming past it, hitting my line, or it's having a go. And I've got a flapper rig on that with squid heads. That's right, Andrew, I've got squid heads on it. Did that just go again then? These bloody flies. Right, I'll bring you back. I've got to change this battery. See you in a minute. Tell you what, there's loads of spiders about. They must be breeding. The bite detection on that rod is fantastic. It's just that I don't know what a bite is. Now I've had a couple of taps on it, but I've just realised I haven't baited a rig up, so I'm going to bait a rig up now. See you in a bit. Right, I just had a tap on this one for definite. I think it's on. Feels heavy. It's heavy. Oh, I don't believe it. What a session this turned out to be. Look at this. I was told the rays had gone. That's my first ray of the year. And do you know what I caught that on? That's right, I caught that on a flapper. Right, let's get that unhooked. Let's have a quick look and see if it's deep hooked. Nope. Got my pliers. I'll use my pliers because it'll be quicker. Well, I said it was heavy, didn't I? I can't believe it. I've caught loads of thornback rays in the past, but it's the first one this year. It's only little, but I ain't fussed. I really ain't fussed. I think they're fantastic. There you go. Chuffed to bits I am, really am chuffed. I don't want that to be too zoomed in. We'll show him this way. He ain't got too many thorns on him actually. And there you are. What a little booty, look. Woo. Beautiful eyes, can you see the eyes, see the eyes, see the eyes? Absolutely fantastic. All with Zziplex power, eh? What do you need another rod for? Yeah, some are expensive, but they weren't. What was that? That was 130, I think. That was 180. The Zero Plus was 180, but I hadn't had to do anything to it. I did put a new grip on though, because I do like the shrink tube. What do you need another rod for? The bite detection on that Zero Plus is second to none. It's absolutely fantastic. And so it is on the ZF250. Loads of power. You could cast them rods in the right hands with the right person, would cast that out bloody miles. What more do you need? If you want a brand new rod, go buy a Kenzaki. You can get out in 14 foot, 13 foot, and a little bit. And it's 230 quid. Absolutely stonking rod. It would take a bloody good caster to say I can't get no more out of that. That's it, that's done. It's more of a rod than, why am I going on about this when I've got a fish here? He's in the water. But yeah, I can't fault fishing with those Zziplexes. They're absolutely fantastic. Each one feels different. I don't know the ins and outs out of it, but I can tell they're different rods. Brilliant bite detection though. That's if you're looking, which often I aren't. One more show. There you have it. One little thornback ray. Let's go get that back. Can you see his mouth? Beautiful little things, aren't they? Ooh, he was munching on the side of my hand then. Let's go get him back. Let's get some more squid heads on, eh? And that's another species of the shark. That's a flat shark, that's what it is. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bait this up, put some more squid heads on, I'll bring you back for the cast, see you in a bit. So it's 3 dogfish and a ray. First ray of the year as well. So I'm chuffed with that. I can't take another tablet until half 4, 5, 6, 7, half 7. Half 7, half 3. Yeah, half 7. So I've got an hour and a bit. We've got to try and save some water, ain't in the, well, the painkillers are doing a reasonable job, put it that way. That other rod's going now. Let me put it on there. This is unreal, isn't it? This is, because what's actually happening is I caught a dogfish early in the session, like as soon as I started fishing, maybe even the first cast, I can't remember. And since then I've been catching fish throughout the video. Now that very rarely happens with me, there's that. I might have to move back, but I'm thinking the water might just kiss my tripod. But yeah, it's unbelievable for me. I normally get one at the end or one at the beginning and not anymore. Or just, like I say, one at the end. This might be a bit more interesting for you. Right, well, update on the cats. And by cat, I mean the chicken's best mate, Gizzy. Gizzy wasn't going in the chicken shed after I lost the chicken. I cleaned it all out, buried the chicken, as you know, I've said in the last video. And I cleaned all the hutch out, put fresh sawdust in, and Gizzy ain't been in it. But in the last couple of days, he started going in the chicken coop. So I think he's over it now. He's not so traumatised, and he's now going back in. So all good there. Secondly is we've got another cat. We're back up to 5. The wife didn't want it, but I took matters into my own hands because this cat weren't going anywhere. It was skin and bone. It had 300 fleas, if not more, in it, and we couldn't get it to the RSPCA, Cats Protection, all these people that do cats care in the community, all these people that are on Facebook, they didn't want to know. Feral cat, couldn't get hold of them, so I made the decision, we're keeping him. So there we were Friday night, brushing him with a flea comb, straight in the water. We must have got 250 to 300 fleas off that cat. All his skin on his arms was all pink from bites. Took him to the vets on Monday. He's perfectly all right, underweight obviously, but over the weekend he put on so much weight it was unbelievable. You could count all his spine, his knobs on his spine, the ridges. He looked like a dinosaur. And by the Monday, you couldn't see them quite so well. And now you stroke him, he's got some meat on his spine. So he's putting weight on. He's eating all the time, but he don't go out of the utility room. So yeah, his name is Felix. So yeah, the wife's really happy. She's chuffed a bit she's got another cat. But you have to take these matters into consideration. You have to take it bull by the horns. And if you aren't getting any help with anything, you just have to take it on, and you just have to commit to it, don't you? And that's what I've done, and so's the wife, really. So yeah, we've got another addition to the house. He growls at everyone. If I take him in the front room and sit him on my lap, he'll sit on my lap, but he's there growling all the time. So he's not used to it all. He likes it in the utility room. He stopped growling at my other 4 cats, who would just sit on him, because he's that little compared to them. 3 of my cats weigh over a stone, you know. He don't, he weighs about 6 pounds now. Getting a bit hay fever, it's making my insides in between my mouth and nose and throat, itchy, if you know what I mean. So yeah, there you have it, update on everything now. So we've got an extra cat, took it on board, we're looking after him. He's got no fleas now. The vet said he ain't got any fleas. We did a bloody good job that night. We couldn't have done it without Tanisha, because Tanisha was there helping us. But it's Tanisha why we got the bloody cat in it. So we've told her now, if you see another cat, you just walk past it. Unless it's a kitten. Right, I might bring this big rod in, my 0 Plus. See what's on that. It's been tapping away. We'll get a bait change on it as well, because I've got a squid baited up. heavy, but it could be weed. Got another doggy. Quite good, isn't it? Another dogfish, only small, but certainly making this session exciting. Well, I wouldn't say exciting like when you was a kid like, but it's certainly a good session. It's always nice catching fish, no matter what they are to me. Let's get this back. Well, it's turned out to be a good session for me. Like I say, it's just nice to catch fish all the way through the session. Catching it all on squid. I came here today and thought, oh, I'm just taking squid. That's all I'm taking. See what we do on that. And then I chucked some blacks in, ain't used them. I've chucked a crab in. That was on crab. Now that was on a hardback crab and a sliver of squid wrapped up. But when I took the lid off the crab, there weren't really a lot of meat in it. There was like some little bits of yellow meat in it. So it weren't a peeler. So I just put the lungs, the bottom part, the legs and the lungs onto the squid, wrapped it, dogfish. So I've got another crab, that ain't a peeler either. I'm hoping that them crabs that I bought in Devon aren't bloody all hardbacks, because I don't want hardbacks. But if you've got hounds about, they'll take them, won't they? Every crab that I've used from what I bought at Devon up to now have been peelers. So it might just be a couple of rogue ones in there, mightn't it? Might be the ones that protect the peelers, you know, and they've just picked them all up and chucked them in the bag. Right, I'll get this baited up and I'll bring you back for the cast. That is now, what is it? 3 dogs, 4 dogs, and a ray. First ray of the year. I caught my first dog in this Wednesday's video, which is 4 videos ago, I think. First dogfish. And I caught that at Sandylands at the Outfall Pipe. And now I'm catching more, aren't I? So Right, let's get this reeled in. This one did go slack. I've tightened up into it. You can see it's tight, but nothing's happened. Don't feel like there's anything on it. Bait's still on as well. Right, let's stick the pulley rig out. I might chuck this out even shorter. Get it right in that gully out there. I'm enjoying using these reels, but they ain't got the cranking power of a Fathom, I'll tell you that. Short cast, big bait, see what happens. Been quite a mellow session, hasn't it, really? Can't get any worse with what's just happened, can it? It's never very good when you in a country and the party that wins the election is just the same as the party that's just got out. Said I wouldn't talk about politics, but there you go. They're all shit in the same clog, don't they? They're all controlled by strings, by globalists. And we got it again, haven't we? I'm sure there's lots of people around the country that think, yeah, we taught them a lesson, we sure knew who boss was. And then next week they'll realise, well, they're doing the same as the other idiots. What it is, isn't it? So, politics for me now is I'm just going to be sarcastic. I'm good at being sarcastic. It's one of the best things that I can do, but I have toned it down a lot over the years. So I've got to try and get it back. So that's what I'm going to do. If something happens in the news, I'm just going to be sarcastic about it. And if you're interested, you'll know. You'll know what I'm on about. So there you go. But there you go. I can't exactly remember exactly what it is, but I think with this election, because it was last night, today is the 5th of July, so the election day was yesterday. I think the Labour Party increased their vote share in this election by 0.6%. The chap, Matt Goodwin on the news, said that if you take London out of that 0.6% vote share, it'll be less. It'll be in minus. So that just shows who and what people didn't want to vote for, but there was no other choice really. It's good to see some parties got 4 seats with a 5th in the balance. I'll find out tonight. The SNP, they collapsed, didn't they? Well, so they should do after what they've done. But there you go. It's politics, isn't it? So yeah, the party that won, nobody wanted to vote for it anyhow. So I think it's going to be fun and games. I think once the honeymoon period go, which I don't think they've got one, but when that goes, I think the infighting will start, because the left always eats itself, doesn't it? So it's more fun to watch on the news. So time will tell, won't it? And we'll just have to wait and see, won't we? But I'm going to be sarcastic from now on. Oh, there's a bird of prey up there, look. He swooped down. No, he didn't get it. He swooped down, he saw something and swooped down and then darted off to the side. Like a flipping ninja, he was, like a ninja. Looks like there's a little kestrel. Well, it might go quiet now. We've caught on the flood. And normally I don't catch on the flood. And then last cast, I get one on the ebb. But I ain't gonna stay as long as what I was gonna. I was gonna stop here until 9 o'clock, but I've been here for ages. I got here, what time did I get here? 1:30, 1:45. I was on this beach. I had to wait probably 2 hours for the water to come in. Well, I've been fishing 4 hours already, and I've had some good fish. I'm chuffed to bits. Using them Zziplexes has been brilliant. The bite detection on that 0 Plus, to say it's the big boy rod, is unbelievable. The bite detection. Terry Carroll knew how to make a rod. Unbelievable, Sue. And the ZF 250 is really light. I am going to weigh it and see what they are. I've got these wiry things that you put on. I'll wire them up. Can't remember what they're called, but I tie my rods together with them. So I'll tie them up and then I'll weigh it with my scales. See what they weigh compared to the new modern rods. But the bite detection and casting, I mean, one of the early casts I did, I got it spot on for me, how I am at the minute, and yeah, it flew out. The first cast flew out, the next one went a bit further. That was just a small chuck out. I think that rod that I just chucked out there at ZF 250, probably 30 yards, if that. I might retire the flapper rig now and just fish. I've got a crab in there. I'm going to stick that on next. I'll turn you off. I'll make that bait up, and that'll be the next bait for the big rod. And I might not chuck that out very far. I might just launch it a bit. But you don't know, do you? When it gets to high water, these fish might think, right, I'm off. Because they can feel the current, can't they? They know what's happening. So yeah, it's been a good day up to now. Certainly been a more interesting video for you, because there's plenty of fish bin in it, isn't there? So I'll see you in a bit. Don't feel like there's anything on this. nothing on that. It's gone dead since high water. Since high water, it's gone dead. So, what can you do? What can you do at 10 to 2? Right, I need to bait this up, don't I? So I'll bring you back. Right, we're going to do a short cast. It'll be an off the ground cast. It'll be an off the ground cast. Nothing, no power in it. Well, not too far out. 45 45 yards, something like that, meters. Yeah, it's gone dead quiet, hasn't it? Since high water, really. So perhaps there's today's the day that it don't fish after high water. Who knows? But what a day it's been. I haven't had a fishing session like this for a long time. Oh, yeah, I haven't. So it is good. Oh, for God's sake! Some more people. There were some people over there where the family turned up and was sat down enjoying themselves. Couldn't have a wee. They have gone. Matey boy who I'd just been chatting to with his dog. He's gone. I was then sorting that out to then go have a wee, and now I've got another woman over there. I don't mind weeing straight into the sea. I ain't got a problem with that. I bless it. But I don't need to bless it today because I've caught fish. But the other thing is, I don't really want to have a wee while there's a woman on the beach in close vicinity, especially when she's now getting changed. And I'm looking at you at the camera, and he'll think that I'm looking at his missus in a blue towel. These rods are static, absolutely static. Hopefully they're just going for a swim and then going, but I wouldn't, because there's all scum in there. It's either may rot or the motion of the waves kicks the water up and it makes it foamy. But that foam into white foam, it's brown. But yeah, what have I actually had? Yeah, 4 dogfish and a ray. So yeah, they're swimming, husband and wife. So there's no way that I can bloody have a wee in the water, is there? Not that they're going to drink it. And I ain't bothered about weeing in there and they swimming in it. There's plenty of water there to dissolve it, to dissipate anything I put in there. It's just that they might see me, you know. You know, they might see the old Taj. Do you know what I mean? Don't want that. So yeah, I've had a great day. It's been a good day, hasn't it? It has been a good day, hasn't it? I think it's been a good day. It's been that good, you ought to subscribe. Now, I've enjoyed using the Zziplexes. We'll call it Zziplexes at 6 marshes, shall we? But yeah, they're absolutely cracking rods. Well ahead of his time. He knew what he was doing, put it that way. I wanted to get an F0 or a T0 to fish alongside my Zero Plus, but I'm quite happy fishing my ZF250 beside it, to be honest, because they're both plum colour blanks, they're both plum rods. But it don't matter whether they're plum or whatever, do they? The thing is, I thought I'd have 2 ZF250s, which I've got. I thought I'd have a Zero Plus and an F0 or a T0, so I can fish them together. I've got my LMs and my M's. And I've got my TF5050s, haven't I? Yeah, you see where I'm going with this. But if I want to fish low water, I'm quite happy to take that Zziplex Zero Plus as well as the ZF250. They're cracking rods. on the round, so I'm quite happy, quite happy. You can feel the warmth coming off that water now. I don't think it would be that warm to swim in it, and those two idiots are now going swimming in it. Oh, don't swim down here, for fuck's sake. Swim up that way. I've been all calm and collected today, haven't I? Ain't swimming anywhere yet. I think if you go swimming in the sea, you should swim out to sea. And when you can't touch the bottom, keep going until you think you can't go anymore and then come back. Swimming along the water, I think, is ridiculous. When I was young and I used to swim in the sea, I used to swim out. And as soon as I looked round and thought, oh, I'm far enough away from the beach now, I used to swim back in. Or, if you started getting a bit tired, you stop straight away and turn around. Don't listen to my advice, it's ridiculous. Don't do what I say I do, or did. Swim along the coast, 5 yards out, a lot safer. I did it, so you didn't have to do it. It's dead now, it's gone. It's amazing, isn't it? You get bite after bite after bite after bite, and it's like, oh, this is good, and then it slows down, you think, let me know. Anyhow, I'll bring you back when I bring these in. These are the last casts. I will be going early. It's been an hour now. I ain't took my painkillers. That's what I'm doing now. I'm going to take my painkillers. See you in a bit. Both these rods are out short. Well, we had one out long, didn't we, and one out short, and then we put two out short, but there's nothing on it. So, you can only do what you can do. And that is it. There's not a lot else we can do, is there? Well, I took my bloody hat off. Took my hat off. The sun's gone in, but I've got flies hitting my head now. So I might put my hat back on. Get on your bloody wick, don't they, flies? So I made these rod bags how I wanted to make them. Right. Well. Right, let's tide's going out. Let's get this in, get this set up. Will we have a fish? Will we have a fish on the last reeling? Bit of clay on it. These reels are beautiful. There might be something on this. Probably not. It was the spikes in the way, just as I put it out. Well, what can I say? I've enjoyed today, totally enjoyed today, and let's get over here a bit. Yeah, I've enjoyed today. It's been lovely in the sun. The sun's been out. It was windy to start, and then it died away, and it is what it is now. It's cloudy now, sun is not out anymore. I've had to put this top on. I've used the Zziplexes, the 0 Plus and the ZF250. Brilliant rods, love them to bits, and you can pick them up at a reasonable price as well. You can pick them up cheaper than a new rod, put it that way. Well, some new rods. The Abu Florida Orange Megalites, brilliant, lovely to cast. They ain't got as much grunt as a Pen Fathom, but yeah, by the time you get to the end of the session, you're used to them. And I've been using them. I don't really want to go use my Fathoms because I've got more of them to use, but I've enjoyed today using my equipment, being in this environment in the sunshine, and we've caught 4 dogfish and a thornback ray. It's been marvellous. My first ray this year, so yeah, been a while coming, but it's not bad for the Lincolnshire coast because it isn't as prolific as the Holderness coast really. So I'm chuffed with that. I am chuffed. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, don't forget to click subscribe, but I doubt if there's any newbies that have got this far. But yeah, I've enjoyed myself, a little bit of a chat, lots of fishing, and what a turn up for the books to catch 5 fish throughout the video, apart from the bit at the end, because it has pitted off to nothing. But there you have it. Fishing's fishing and catching is if you're lucky, in my book anyhow. So thanks for watching, and next time you see me I'll be on a beach, definitely on a beach, and then somewhere else. I'll see you anon. See you anon. Told me open your legs up, and you can't beat opening your legs up, can you? Whether you use lubricant or yogurt, just spices it up, doesn't it?